Hi guys, and welcome to episode 5 of my entry into the Great Guitar Build-Off 2021. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my first two holes in, and I just need to make sure these two are symmetrical. I'm not going with your normal square pattern of fixings, so I've kind of just offset this middle one on this side, just brought it up a bit so it's just off square. It's not because I think it's going to make the neck any stronger, I just think it's going to look better. It's really as simple as that. Okay, so what I've done now is I did the first two from the neck pocket through, because I wanted to make sure these were going to be lined up on the neck. I've seen them before where they've not been correctly placed, and what happens is they're not square, or there's very little edge around the neck itself to screw into. So I wanted to make sure that there was plenty of meat on the other side, where the neck meets the body, but then of course I've turned it over now because this is where they're going to look. The look of these is going to be the most critical feature of it. So now I've just done the marks on the outside, knowing that there's going to be plenty of meat around that neck when I come to screw the neck in. So I'll just get on and get those drilled out. Okay, so this is what it looks like where I've positioned the neck bolts, and actually just thinking about it, what it does do is it gives me the opportunity to just round off this edge a little bit more, so it's not so square. So that's a feature I may well look into. I think that'll look quite cool if I just take the corner off there. Makes it less square, because it's not a very square shape, so if I can get rid of that angle there, that might be a good thing. Anyway, we'll have a look. Okay, so now to start the work on the fretboard, and you can see I've clamped a rule to it, and this is because the fretboard has to be cut in half. It's my intention to CNC the fret slots and the inlays for this fretboard, but the bed of the CNC is not big enough to take a whole fretboard. So what I'm going to have to do is cut it in half and then feed it into the CNC to do the fret cutting and the inlay cutting. There was a worry with it being cut into two parts because obviously you feel that the fretboard is an integral part of the neck strength, but I've seen fretboards cut into multiple pieces and that's not a problem. So with that cut being in the dead center of a fret slot, when I come to join the two halves together on the neck, they will line up, and all I have to do then is saw out the fret slot itself. There, just keep it straight, and away we go. Perfect. Anyway, one or the other. When it goes into the machine, it'll go in side by side, and then the machine will just cut the fret slots out. It'll prepare the just put it in there. It'll prepare the inlays. So you can see where I've checked this one and checked all the measurements off of the CNC. Obviously, the fret slots won't be that wide. But yeah, that's good. So I'm going to make a bed to put that on. I've got the drill bits. Hopefully I can get some of this carved up today, which would be great. Okay, so now I've moved into the back of the garage now, whereas hopefully by the central heating, so hopefully it's going to be a little bit warmer. They've rested inside for about 20 minutes or so, just to try and get a bit of warmth into them, just in case that's the issue. So the quantities I've got in here are just about 9mm. And in this one here, yeah, 9. So they're close enough. So the first thing I'm going to do is start to mix these two together. So if I just bring this, I've got nowhere to stand it now, have I, idiot? There you go. Right. So we're just finishing off the resin for the big star, and once we've done that, we're going to move on to using the blowtorch. And the point of the blowtorch is that if you play heat over the resin, it encourages the air bubbles in the resin to come out of the resin, and that's important because when you come to smooth the fretboard down, if you hit an air pocket halfway through smoothing it down, it's going to be very obvious and it's going to be very difficult to fix. Okay, I'm going to give that one a minute. Let's go on to another bit. So we can now see that the fretboard has been through the thickening machine to take off the excess epoxy resin. You can see the inlay there in all its glory. So now I'm just going to rub some lemon oil onto the fretboard just to bring it out, see the shine, and see what it's going to look like roughly when it's finally finished. I do have to say I'm well pleased with that.
Dressing up, fixing my strut.
reason I'm steaming it is because the first fretboard that I've been working on didn't work out. There was a mistake, or I thought was a mistake. But I now come to think that actually what happened, whilst it was resting, the fretboard twisted, and so it wouldn't fit onto the neck properly. So I bought another piece of fretboard wood and took it out of its plastic case, and then of course, or plastic bag, and then left it a few days out, and that one warped as well. So there must be something wrong with the supplier. I'm not going to mention who they are because normally they've supplied me with some really nice wood, so it'd be a bit unfair. Although I will email them and tell them that this didn't work out. The wood that I've been using is milk pear, and apparently it's a new one to them. So perhaps I'll send them a little bit of feedback to say that well, I've had two bits and they both appear to have warped. But of course, because of my inexperience, I'm not going to blame them and say, well, it's all their fault, they supplied me with the wrong thing. So what I've rigged up here is a little steam chamber, and I'm going to steam the hardwood for a couple of hours using a wallpaper stripper to provide the steam. I've seen that done on YouTube. A little bit of iron pipe that I've got hanging around. Interestingly, it's part of a telescope mount that I've had in the garage for years and years, and always meant to put the telescope mount back together again. I've got all the bits, but I haven't done it yet. But right now, it's going to come in handy as a nice little place to steam the wood. So that's what's happening. I'm going to steam it, flatten it, give it a week or so, see how it responds to being effectively bent flat, and we'll see where we go from there with it. I'll need a longer stick. Okay, I think we're there. It's feeling quite even. Right, so we want 4 of these.